I'd like to welcome one of the greatest unsung heroes of the Steelpan movement, an artist, an educator, an ambassador who has been working quietly and tirelessly behind the scenes to promote the art form internationally. Mr. Tony Williams, better known as Pan Jumbie. My brother, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'd like to say pleasant good day to everybody, all the viewers and everybody international. Trying to keep it there, man. It's a little tough, but working along the line.
Very good, very good. Well, let's give our viewers some context of who you are, your contributions and influences on the steel pan movement. First of all, how did you get the nickname Pan Jumbie?
Oh, at the age, maybe about 13 years of age, I was living in Trinidad. And I leave a partner of mine called Kenneth Ross. Take me and carry me to Tobago, where I play with a band called Trinidad and Tobago All Stars. And while I started playing with the band, everybody, well, this boy real good. And he just jump over and say, his name is Pan Jumbie. And that name never moved. From that day till now, that name sticked, you know.
Nice, nice, nice. So, were you born in Tobago or Trinidad?
I really born in Trinidad, but I spent my whole life in Tobago. And in Tobago about
I see.
30 years, you could say, yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Most of my times I spent it
I
in
see.
Tobago because elevate myself over there, do plenty over there, get together with the movement,
Yeah.
bring, because the pan wasn't so, how to say, standard
Uh-huh.
in playing and thing up there. So I had it because in my time, it had
Right.
Ken Professor Fillmore, Earl Brooks, and Bugsy. These were the guys I look up to. So I always want to be as good or better than them. So I practice from there and I take that standard to
Yeah,
Tobago. So everybody start to say,
I
wow,
see.
this man bad. I played all the bands in Tobago. Everybody, the first year I go up there, you know? So I just continue playing, and make me one of the greatest from there.
Yeah.
Then I start teaching. So I teach plenty schools and thing. I teach Goodwood High. I teach Charlottesville Methodist School. And then we started to do summer camps in Bell Garden and this place. Well, I do summer camps all over the world, actually.
Yeah.
California, um,
Right.
Sweden. Well, I do one in Tobago all the time in Bell Garden, Panya. It's really nice. Plenty children, teach a lot of them. So my whole life is really about teaching.
Right.
I enjoy doing that. Passing on the
Yeah.
talent, making it stronger for people to understand what I have to offer. But it's so sad that I come and get sick. No, you need the help now to get back on your feet to start again, which
Yeah.
is really
Okay. Let's go back a little bit. How did you first get involved in the pan movement when you were a little boy in Trinidad? How did you first get involved in
well.
pan?
I had a hard life. I used to live in a place called Beetham Estate. Growing up there, it was no easy challenge, and I didn't want to be. It had a bad name, so I didn't want to be one of these youths that growing up that have this bad name. So I decided to choose something that could make me different from them. Would Japan come in my life? And I used that as the excuse to get out there and do what I do. My friend had a cousin called Melvin. He take me to Courtslav and tell some specialist in Eastern Quarry and show me how to play the pan. And from there, I get to
Uh-huh.
love the instrument and I don't want to leave it at all. Up to today, I don't want to leave it at all. And that was it.
How old were you around that time?
12, 13, around there. Yeah, I was still pretty young. But yeah, I just hear it for the first time. It was just a
Okay.
catch. It was a catch. So I had us to get myself involved, and from there, it made me do everything. From there, it showed me life. It's where you could take youths off the street and teach them so much and get them in a different mind frame that they know you have something out there to live for, that you could work for, to carry you somewhere, and that was really good for me,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So you went to Tobago and you went on there to win 15 panoramas in Tobago?
I win 15 panoramas in Tobago. When I get there, I start playing with a band in Tobago called Trinidad and Tobago All Stars. I tour with them. I go all Texas all about the band. And while I'm in Tobago, I have a friend called Selwyn Alexander from Hope. He say, hey, you not going back to Trinidad, no. You have to live in
Yeah,
Tobago. He give me an old house, man, a little bat house here. And you understand? I stay right in that house. I never move right there. Stay there for a while. And I start
yeah,
teaching. I play an international arranger. I was doing the tune at the time for the band. When they see me come and they realize he's a great player, they give me a chance and say, why let this boy do the tune now?
yeah,
So while Checkers doing this song, I jump in and start do something. He said, God, no, boy, that boy too quick for me, boy. Let you do this song. I end up doing this song. When I finish the song, we come to Trinidad. First time, they come second by half a point. The only band between was
wow.
nostalgic. So Tobago was so grateful for first time in history, you know. That was my first move. And from there, I say, wow, this has something in it for me.
Okay. So of those 15 bands that you
Oh,
arranged for in Tobago, was that all one band or different bands?
basically, the Panorama band, the champion, was one band. It was a band called Hope and Groovers, and they sing a band called Thing, and they was my main band. I the band that I
Okay.
used that build my name on.
And they
Yeah,
won 15 times.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I come and form my own band for the last, when that was 2019, around there before COVID happened. I had
Yeah.
my own band I formed. We came second overall in the preliminaries. We come third overall in the preliminaries for 2000 and for 2019. And band stopped from there because COVID take over. So that was it. And then right after that, now I come and get sick. So the band crash. So that then going on again. Hopefully try to build back some strength to start back again.
And so when did you begin performing at the different jazz festivals?
Well, let's see when that started, boy. That started a cool while ago, boy, some good years ago. Yeah, first I used to go to Toronto every year,
Yeah.
and they put me on a jazz show in Toronto,
Uh-huh.
and from there then they sent me to the Montreal Jazz Festival. Then they put me in different. Well, they start calling me different groups, different sponsorship and bands start calling me to perform in various jazz show all over. You know, so I start doing shows all over, played some of the greatest acts.
Uh-huh.
You know, play on the same stage with Stevie Wonder and all of them. You know, so when Whitney
Yeah.
and them come to Tobago, same stage, you perform with them. You know,
Nice.
this last Tobago Jazz it
Uh-huh.
had, yeah, I performed there too. You know, it was great. Me and a girl called Keisha Stewart, really song nice. You know.
Great. Yeah. And then you started to travel to different countries in the world?
Yeah, but basically, what happened? I went to the band. I had different bands I was playing with, like Lincoln Enterprises, Panasam in Trinidad. There was a soloist group. They take me to Japan, different countries. Then I travel a lot with Tobago, with the THA. The THA, the government take me all over the world. You know,
Yeah.
Janana, I went England, France. I went, oh God, so many countries. Italy, Spain, Norway. Oh, I can't even remember half of these countries. I've been in the Caribbean. I've been at it for
Yeah.
a long time. You know, so I do plenty Caribbean tours too. With the previous
Yeah.
government, different government that comes, they
Yeah.
used to carry me all different. That's to promote the tourism, promote the culture, to show the people what Tobago have to offer to come to this lovely island,
Uh-huh.
Trinidad and Tobago. You
Right.
know, so I did plenty traveling through the
Nice.
government too. also.
You won the Scouting for Talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a nice story about the Scouting for Talent. I keep going to the Scouting for Talent,
Uh-huh.
and every time I won, I get a trip to go to a different country. So I could never stay and finish it. So all the preliminaries I won and never come back. And one year, I had a partner called Gary Regis Mice. He said, Jumbie, do my song for my boy. I want to win it scouting because I always catch him at team. I did this song for him. He come and win the scouting. He win a brand new Land Samotoka 777. So the following year now I say, boy, what madness is this? If I can carry he and he can win a car, why me win one for myself? So the following year now I decided I'm not going nowhere and no tours. I'm staying back to win scouting. So I stay back and I arrange a song for myself and I go and I win the scouting. Yeah. So it come like 2 in 1, you know what I mean? But
Nice.
there's just a
Nice.
nice
Nice.
victory, so it feels good,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Could you explain exactly what Scouting for Talent is, the program or
It's
the show? What
Scouting
is
for
it
Talent we have in
really
Trinidad and Tobago is
for our audience?
all all different talent. Any talent you have. As long as you have a talent, you can come on the show and perform. Could be Steelpan, could be singing, could be dancing, could be acting, could be name it. Anything you think you could do. If you could climb on a bike and dance on the bike, that is talent. So you're
Yeah.
scouting for talent all over the country, and the best out of everybody won the first prize. First prize they give away a motor car. So it was a pretty nice deal. So it going on for weeks and months, different people over and over and over until they come down to the finals. And when the final reach a big night come, is when you get ready to work to win. So mine was like a walkover because I understand what I
Very
wanted.
good.
So they got do the year before the crowd went chopping. So I said, if I can give heat, that who is me? So the following year I went and do my magic and that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then, so now you've had a long period of teaching in schools. You teach at,
Yeah,
was it Goodwood High?
yeah, Goodwood High, yeah, and Charlottesville Methodist and Roxburgh Secondary School. What happened at a planning
Uh-huh.
school program? I teach it for actually
Yeah.
10 years. The planning school program where they're teaching children to learn to play the
Oh,
steel
nice.
pan. But the last one I did in Goodwood, we also was teaching children how to make the steel pan, how to sink it and groove it and all these things so they understand the pan, right? But it's a real challenge, because most of the children, you come like mommy and daddy, besides being a teacher. Because again, the
Yeah.
problems home, again, the problem in school, again, the problem and you don't come into. And it's the music. They school
Yeah.
long the head. I always crying, somebody always is so you
Yeah.
like a daddy, you like a mommy, you like everything. So you just have to work towards getting them to understand what life is about
Yeah.
and you don't give up, you know? And it works
Yes.
with the steel pan well because it take the brain off. It has some children really, really can't work. The brain bad like mine, even better than mine. Yeah, got some children can't work. But when you explain to them and break down the things right down, small, for them to understand, they get to love it, they get to work better, it's done in school. They get better marks in school. They want to know how it happening. It's like mathematics. The steel pan's like mathematics, and that was just it, you know? So I worked
Uh-huh.
with kids for years doing that, and
Uh,
they appreciate it. Actually, one of the persons I used to teach, yeah, yeah, I did summer camps, plenty summer camps. So
Yeah.
as school finished, we did big summer camps. Uh, well, me and the other tutors
Uh-huh.
in different schools did some summer camp, and our coordinator at the time, Erliston Koshi, put a big competition together where you get all the children come in one building wearing the same jerseys, and we performing.
Yeah.
And let all the schools perform. And then you get a big star boy like
Yeah.
Glenn Books the Sharp and say, come on the show and play and let the children see. what it's about. So they work so hard to play with me, and then they get to see where pan reach, the standard of pan is. So he will come in and do a show for them and make the thing better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good,
Yeah.
really, really nice. I do think
So,
I
who
would
were
not
some of the
recommend.
people from Tobago who benefited from your advice and influence?
Wow, boy, a lot to know. I think I think most of the partners, most of not even while I used to teach at school, I used to teach Dr. Faith as well. She used to be in school playing pan and me, and I think she running Tobago right now. You know, she's the chief sec.
Yeah.
She's one of the boss in Tobago. You know, I teach so much people influential people and good partners.
Yeah.
People play underneath me too. All those great partners, OG Richards and all of these, they play under me for years. Plenty. I can't call someone names. It's just
Yeah.
the list long.
Yeah.
It's long, it's long. Half of the people up in California and all different countries, they play under me. Sharon Beard,
Yeah.
David Reed, and all these good players, they play under me. You know? So plenty of people play underneath me and they learn
Yeah.
tricks. They learn tricks that they can do things. You know? You know, so it's nice, it's nice. It's nice. And I play with everything, eh? I know this. I used to play in Brigo Cultural Theatre.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you're facing right now. You're facing some tough challenges right now. Could you explain what is happening with you right now?
Oh, yeah, well, let's say about 4 years ago, this thing, I I started to get sick. I get diabetes, hypertensive. I have one kidney. I have little heart problem. You know, quite a little
Yeah.
complicated. Put it that way, really complicated. And then I come and get amputees. I lost the foot. You know, they cut off the foot from one shin, one knee. Next one, they cut off all the toes. You know, so my biggest challenge first is to start to
Yeah.
walk, to go back and start to teach again. Because I still feel God leave me alive for a purpose. I
Yeah.
think if He wanted me to die, I'd have dead already. So He still
Yeah.
am alive up to today. So my biggest challenge, boy, try and get back a foot and try to walk. And then you could work on them little small other things. You might lucky to find a kidney somewhere down the road. You never know what can happen in his life, right? And
Yeah.
that is my intentions.
Yeah.
It's plenty challenging right now to even live, right? Because I'm not working. I used to be the breadwinner in the
Yeah.
house. I used to take care of me and my wife and the children. It's I alone,
Yeah.
you know. It bad. It bad. Eventually, she gone. She can't take no more. It's pressure. Eh? I can't vex with her. It's pressure. So they leave me alone here now. So I don't know, fighting on my own, trying to
Yeah.
get back myself in track. So it's a little tough. Praise God for keeping my
So,
life.
are you getting any kind of support or help from the pan community?
How to say it? Basically, in the early stage, I asked for help with a wheelchair. Miss Beverly Ramsey Moore, she get one for me. You know, I'm thankful for that. You know, so I had that in the earlys, but after
Yeah.
that, I come and lost the rest of limbs and all these things. So it's kind of tough. Trying to get them again now, you know, it's more tough. Because I try to raise fund now to see if I can get to purchase a foot so I could start at least start back to walk. Because it's really hard to just sit
Yeah.
down by a front door for months, you know, just watching outside, can't even go outside the steps, you know, it's just ridiculous, you know. Yeah, so it's really, really tight and
Yeah.
I don't even have a proper place to live. I used to rent in Tobago actually, come to Trinidad and Tobago.
So your most urgent need right now is for some prosthetics. I get that so you could be able to be more
Yeah, that
mobile.
urgent needs because I feel if I get that, I might be able to start to move around a little bit. I don't know, you know, and then start to work on the other things. I
Yeah.
think that is the most critical thing right now. The
Yeah.
health critical too because the amount of tablets and the things you gotta be on and constant catching your tail to live, put it that way, because it's not more than not even getting that.
Yeah.
So having no money, having nothing nothing more than something kind of tough right now. So that basically it. So there's a lot of things I would like to achieve. Yeah, I have no money to rent a place, so I can't even get to go back to my house in Tobago. It's plenty things, you know. So real tough.
I know that there's a GoFundMe that's established to assist you, and I'd like our viewers to know that they can actually they can contact the GoFundMe. I'm going to put the link down in the description below this video, so they can click there, and if they're willing to provide any assistance to you, and um, I hope you can get the assistance that you need so you can continue your great legacy of contributions that you have made to the pan movement. So is there anything
Yeah.
else that you'd like to add to
Well,
the pan viewers?
I like to thank everybody in advance. Hopefully, you know what I mean, for the help that can make a good man come back again and
Yeah,
live in his dreams, you know, which is nice,
yeah,
especially for the youths, not even for me, for the youths, for them to go back to do all the salad ways. Most people do all the salad ways. Let me go there, let me teach, let me go and show the children what it takes, you understand, to be great. So they could put their head
yeah,
on the shoulder and they could work towards that instead of this panic stupidness or panic noise and
yes,
that kind of behavior when you don't know how far pan could carry you. You know? I just want a chance that I could able to do that again.
yes,
You
yeah.
know? That basically it.
Great, great. Okay. Well, Panjombi, thank you so much for doing this interview and for sharing your contributions to the advancement of the steel pan movement. And I hope our
Yeah.
viewers can be very generous in contributing to your needs so you can continue to do the great work that you have been doing.
Thank you very much. Thank
Okay?
you very much. Thanks to all. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thanks.
We'll talk again. The Pan Players podcast is brought to you courtesy of Carcasa Pan Emporium, where you'll find pan products you never knew you needed. Check them out at carcasa.com and get a free Pan Players podcast keychain with your next purchase. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And turn on the notification bell so you know when we release the next video. Until then, Kute Chill.